The truth is, right now, people aren't building gaming PCs. Well, that is, except for me. And this is kind of the trend that we're seeing on YouTube now with PC build and case review content. It's just not getting as many views as it used to get. And that's because everyone has everything they could possibly want. And to be honest, it makes our job a little bit difficult. Now, here's where this gets interesting. Over the last few weeks or so, we've been traveling to events like PAX Australia. We just did South by Southwest and IAM, and I've had a chat to a lot of you guys out there in person talking about the deal with your own PC stuff and what we should be doing differently. The consensus is from a lot of people that we've spoken to is the fact that they love the channel, they love the content, but because they've built their PCs, they just have no reason to watch the content anymore. And it's surprising that I'm gonna say about 80% of people that we met and came up and introduced themselves and said, hi, I wanted to take selfies and all that stuff. This is what they said to us. And it's a little bit disheartening to me because we've kind of based our whole career on doing this. And you know, it is what it is. All of our other content creator and influencer friends from all these other niches with millions of followers say to us that we've got the best thumbnails and our content looks the best. So obviously there's something that's not connecting. We've talked to YouTube directly about what's going on with the channel. They've told us something is not right, something is happening that's wrong on their end. So we're a bit confused because they won't tell us what it is. And YouTube has now ghosted us. We even went to YouTube on Friday and our YouTube contact ran for the hills and didn't want to talk to us at all. So yeah, basically just avoiding us. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you guys. But the truth is, I love building PCs here on YouTube. I love reviewing cases. And we're going to continue to make this kind of content because this is what I love to do. Remember, this whole channel was built on things that we love to show you guys, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Nothing's going to change. But I feel like if I don't sit down and vocalize the way that I'm feeling about things that are happening on YouTube and in the tech space, that I'm just going to get more angry and scream at myself and complain to Claire about it, complain to my friends about it, and to be honest, I've been complaining to the resellers about it. I've been complaining to the brands about it. We're not happy with how our content is being received by the algorithm. Let's call it the audience because that's really what it is. The algorithm is only one facet, but YouTube is not pushing it to the audience that we already have. And that may be for a few reasons. First of all, the last month, we were starting to get consistent with 5 videos a week again, but with PAX and IAM and South by Southwest, all of our attention was diverted to in real life events. And there's also other little factors like companies, I won't name names, but we will do in-person appearances for things and then them not even acknowledging that we're doing it, even though we're getting paid to be there. Like, it's just really weird. I'm not naming names, but I'm sure the companies that have done this in the last week know who they are and they're gonna see it and yeah. I don't know, I'm just gonna talk about it. It's better to be transparent with you guys rather than hiding weird things that we do because there's a couple ways that we make money. Obviously there's AdSense, there's ad spots, and we do in-person appearances, which is kind of ridiculous. I didn't think that that would ever be a thing, but yeah, we do get paid to go to some events. Like, that's just the way it works. But it goes one step further. One thing that I noticed at all of these events was a lot of the companies who have booths at these shows, they're not getting people like us or Designs by IFR or other builders here in Australia to build PCs for their booths anymore. They're doing it all in-house. And I think that is a sign of the way that the industry is going at the moment. It almost feels like it's echoing the fact that people aren't building PCs anymore. So these resellers and stores are building their own PCs to show at these shows because yeah, it's just a changing landscape and a changing world that we're living in right now with PCs. And this is for a couple reasons. The first one is PC hardware is becoming prohibitively expensive. That's because there's inflation, which is here to stay, and it's not really going anywhere right now. Nothing we can do about it, unfortunately. These governments and companies are just not going to listen to people like me because they're making heaps of money. They're basically printing cash at the moment. Interest rates are going up. This is something that we've learned recently since we've purchased our first home. We'll talk about that in another video. That's an interesting one. I don't think we've talked about that publicly yet, have we? Have we talked about that yet, Claire?
No.
No, we haven't talked about that yet. But yes, we've purchased our first home in the most insane time, basically for necessity's sake. I will talk about this in another video. Trust me, it's going to be entertaining when we get around to all of that stuff. The other thing is production costs have gone up basically because they can. Realistically, all of that boils down to it's affecting us and what we love to do for you guys. Now, that's not to say that I'm not motivated to make content, because I absolutely love making content. And I kind of touched on this when I talked about the Mac Studio in that video we did a few weeks ago. But I feel like I need to sit down and just talk to you guys about this on its own, because I'm finding it difficult to know exactly what it is that you guys want to see right now. I can complain until I'm blue in the face, but this is our livelihood and our career and whatever. But as much as I love making videos that I love, and Gear Seekers is basically all about what I love to do and tinker with, what do you guys actually want to see? Do you want to see, let's say, more desk setup stuff? Do you want to see more storage and server stuff? The high-end server stuff is kind of hard to get at the moment, but think of things that you guys want to see, because we can make it happen. Do you want to see small ways to do little case mod stuff? Do you want to see more water-cooled builds? That's something that we haven't done this year because I just didn't think that you guys would find it interesting this year. Do you guys want to see little things that can up your desk game, your cable management, your aesthetic? I've noticed that RGB is less popular now. Maybe that's my fault because I haven't been doing personal RGB things for years. My office has like nice ambient RGB lighting, but actual PCs, it's just not really my thing anymore because I'm not looking at them. I just want to turn them on and use them. But I know it's kind of contradictory to the whole premise of the channel. I do love building them. I do love looking at them. I just don't want to look at my own stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. I do love RGB, just not in the way that you'd think. The other thing is, since we have purchased our first home, there's going to be a whole series of us upgrading the house that we bought with all new tech, like completely pimping it out, doing all smart home stuff, all lifestyle tech, new Wi-Fi setup, all of this kind of stuff. So if that's something that you want to see us actually document, let us know, because I'm thinking I'm just going to make it anyway. There's other little things like phone review content. I've got the new Pixel 8 Pro and the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and I've got the iPhone 15 Pro. So we're going to be moving into more phone-based content as well. So there's that. We've also got stuff like more lifestyle stuff. I've got the new Pixel Watch 2, if there's something you want to see with a review on that. We've got more Mac stuff coming as well. This is the MacBook Air 15 with the M2, whatever the highest spec MacBook Air is, that's what this is. So we're going to move into more consumer focused tech as well. And this is kind of the idea we had with our second channel, MainByte, but yeah, we're just going to do it here on Gear Seekers because we don't need a whole new channel for that. Also, camera review stuff. We've got a couple new contacts with some camera brands that we want to do stuff with as well, like new webcams, like just all of this stuff that we find interesting that maybe you guys will find interesting too. But the whole underlying thing is, are you going to find it interesting? And is the audience like you going to watch it? Or let's just call it the algorithm, because I guess that's what everyone loves to call it, but realistically, it's a robot that pushes content to the audience. Oh yeah, we've got like retro console stuff coming. We've got the new Atari 2600 coming. That's going to be really cool. It's like an 80% size Atari 2600 that accepts original cartridges and controllers and stuff, which is very, very cool. I think it's all done in FPGA. But there's a lot of stuff like that that we want to do, but at the same time, we're kind of scared. And here's why we're scared. We don't want to lose you guys. We don't want you guys to think that we're not going to be doing what we set out to do with the channel, and that is PC hardware. That's what we're here for. That's what we love. That's our bread and butter, and that is just what we do, right? I'm a gear seeker because I peek and you guys seek, right? You're looking and we're also seeking out what we can show you guys. Yeah, hopefully this video makes sense. And if it doesn't, I'll edit it to make sense. What did we do? We went on a pirate ship the other day with Lenovo for the new Lenovo Go. That was very, very fun. We went to the Starfield launch event, which was very, very cool. We also went to an Elder Scrolls Online party with Bethesda, which was very, very fun. We also just did IEM as media for IEM, and I love watching Counter-Strike live. It is insane. We didn't go to the final. We did see FaZe win the semis, but I watched the finals at home on TV because I was so tired. It was such a big weekend. What else did we do?
South by Southwest?
Went to South by Southwest Sydney. We also went to Google. We went to like a launch event with some of our influencer friends over at Google HQ in Sydney. Yeah, we went to a iPhone 15 workshop, which was actually kind of interesting because I'm not an iOS guy. I know nothing about it, and I learned something, which was good for once. I'm usually Mr. Know-It-All who knows everything, as you can see when I reply to comments. PAX was really, really fun. Met a whole bunch of you guys at PAX, said hello. I didn't spend much time in PAX though, because we had a lot going on outside, but we did a panel at PAX, which was insane. Well, let's be honest, I did the panel because I hosted it, all me, blah, blah. Basically invited a bunch of our other YouTube and TikTok friends on stage to do a panel talking about tech content creation and TechTube and Tech Talk and all that stuff. I'm done, I've talked your ears off. Main things to take away from this video. PC building content on YouTube right now sucks for us and every other content creator who's making PC build content. No one's watching, and if a video does pop off, it's an anomaly when a video like that pops off. Number 2, we want to hear from you guys about what you want to see more of on the channel. Number 3, we're doing a whole bunch of other types of content, which we've been scared to. We started a whole new channel to do that, but we just didn't because we're absolute losers. And number 4, we love you all very much. And number 5, you peek, we seek. I'm your boy Nick. I guess I'll just leave. Goodbye. I'm wearing shorts today, Claire.
Sexy.
I don't like wearing shorts. My legs feel very exposed. Oh, there's lots of, oh, hang on. I want to come back for a sec. Okay, you guys are going to probably maybe ask about the Hype Y70 Touch review. Yeah, it's coming. It's here. It's been here for ages. And we've got heaps of other cases to review too. But now I'm actually going. Why do I always bump into things?